So now let's see if it's kind of taking shape. So now we want to turn our work. And if you turn your work then do your chain, or chain then turn your work, it doesn't matter, it's basically the same thing. So chaining 3. We are now going to working the back of this stitch because it's at the back. Now you should have 2 there that are at the back and the next 3 will be at the front. So if it's on the front, you're working around the front of our work. If they're popping out to the back, so see, we can kind of see that, popping out to the back, you're going to work around the back. So what we do is, there's our stitch there. It's kind of got shorter because it's hiding around the back there as well. So we're going around the back of our work, into the gap next to the stitch. I don't know if you guys can see that. We're into that space next to the stitch and working our double crochet. And we're going to do that again because we have another one around the back there. So into the gap next to the stitch, over the top of the stitch and out the space. Hopefully my actions are speaking louder than my words and it's not looking confusing, maybe sounding confusing. Okay, so these 3 here are popping out around the front. So what do? That's right, we go into the front of our work. Because we're working on the front side, see? So going next to the stitch, around the back of the stitch, out the other side, and working our double crochet. So our next one. So we shouldn't have to really remember what we're doing here because it will you'll be able to see what you're supposed to do. Because we will have 3 stitches popped out to the front. So we're working in from the front of our work. And now, see, our stitches have gone around the back, they've disappeared. So what we want to do is go around the back of our work, working our 3 back post double crochets. They may also be known as back stitch double crochets, but normally back post double crochets, BPDC is what it might be abbreviated as. Okay, so now we're going around the front. See how they've popping out at the front? You should be able to see it a lot easier on your piece of work. So that's 3 around the front. Remember when I'm saying front, I mean we're working into the front of our work. Our next 3 are around the back. So that's going around the back. Now from now on, from the next row on, you shouldn't really need to watch the video because you should be able to see by looking at your work what you need to do. So we have now 3 popped out to the front. So what are we going to do? We're going to work around the front. So now we have 3 around the back, so working around the back of our work, or into the back of our work, around the post, 3 in the front, so we're working around the front, and you can't see a thing that I'm doing, can you? But hopefully you should be able to work it out. I'll have to replay this video and make sure we can see most of it. I think my camera's set up too high and I keep working my way down. So I'm not looking through my viewfinder, I'm looking through at my work. So now we have 2 left at the back. So working around the back. And our last stitch, into the top of our work, top of our stitch, with a normal double crochet. Let's see what we've got here. And there we go. You should be able to see the ribbing start now. You can see that a lot better. Now, it is going to be a little bit wavy, which is pretty cool too. So this is the side we're just working on. And if we flip it over, we've got the same sort of pattern on the back. So you could basically say it's reversible. Now continue on in that way, so chaining up 3, turning it around. If your stitches are popping out at you, you know you need to work into the front of your work. If your stitches are hiding at the back, you know you need to go into the back of the work. You could make this to use a square, or you could keep going and make a scarf. I think this would look really, really pretty as a scarf.